In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Top Gun from the top.
We're live.
Welcome.
First story.
That would be mind-blowing.
Trending stories are taking over.
TSTO. Why does he get a bell for that?
Next story.
Everybody get down. According to the sounds, I'm not doing so hot today.
TSTO.
TSTO thing. TSTOMG.
TSTO.
That's crazy.
Story time. What is happening, people of the interwebs? We're finally live. That was really weird. I'm Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
And as always, we've got Mr. Christopher Cody. We got Steve hanging out, telling us all the things. And I don't know if you're trying to watch this, but we tried to stream 3 times already, and the computer says, no good.
No.
No, can't do it.
We've been here since 11 o'clock, man.
We actually, no, we haven't. We literally, this is a weird day.
This is a weird day.
Like, we've never streamed this late in the day. I'm really curious what our energy's gonna be like. We got
TSTO happy hour.
it's TSTO happy hour. Wait, what? Yeah, is it?
Get your LaCroix out.
Right?
Get your what you got, Chris?
May or may not be coffee.
Steve's not even gonna. No, he's
Steve's
gonna
got
raise his
SpaghettiOs,
SpaghettiOs.
yeah.
You got the SpaghettiOs, Stevie.
Sweet. Signed by Greg Grunberg.
Yeah.
That's right. Good old Greggy.
Or Greg Grundy,
Grunny.
whichever you want to call him.
You know, call him. Just call him.
Little
whatever.
Greggy Grun.
Whatever it is you want to call it. Dude. So, big news. Hey, Tiffany's here. How you doing, Tiff? Good to see you as always. Jake, I want you to tell us a little bit about your day because, not to put any blame on anybody, but you're the reason we're late today. I mean, we're later in the day.
Sorry, I got a job. Sorry, I'm growing up. Sorry, I'm being responsible. I mean,
Okay, all right. So Jake, let's be real though. You're making coffee for a living now, which is
Yeah.
kind of a cool deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Chris
like-
knows about that. Chris
Right,
is
man. Coffee's the thing.
no,
It's
Chris is
great.
Chris is
Every day.
coffee daddy right now. Chris is the guy that I gotta go to.
this
if
is
I have
coffee
any
daddy.
questions.
This is coffee baby. Coffee daddy, coffee baby. Coffee
Hey,
daddy,
baby
coffee
face.
baby.
Come out here, baby face. Come back up here. Have you seen The Disaster Artist?
No, what's that?
It's the movie that Dave Franco's in. I think James Franco wrote it, but it's about Tommy Wiseau, the guy that wrote The Room.
Oh,
What's the-
wait? I thought that was called.
The movie that the actual guy wrote is called The Room.
Right.
But The Disaster Artist is a biopic about the guy that
Right.
wrote The Room.
Didn't James Franco star in it as that guy?
Oh yeah. That's totally true. It's a really cool movie, but there's a moment where he calls his friend Babyface at the end when he's at his premiere. It's like, "Get up here, Babyface." It's really funny.
Nice.
Anyway, that's
What was the point of that?
You said I was a babe. I don't know. It's a good movie recommendation. So if you guys are looking for that, Quarantine Life is out there. It's dragging us down. It's on Netflix.
James Franco is one of those actors. I'm like, wow, you're actually a really good actor, and I don't like you for some reason. I can't really pinpoint why.
Well, it's odd with James Franco because he's been in so many things.
Right.
So many things.
I
and
think I always see Pineapple Express when I see him, and I'm like, nah. Then
That's
I see
a
him-
great movie.
Then I see him do something else, and I'm like, whoa, like you got chops, dude.
yeah, I think he's pretty darn good. He's been in so much. He's not ashamed to get in a movie.
Yeah, and it's
Like
weird
Nick
because he
Cage.
doesn't.
Like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Why am I not in this movie?
He doesn't do like it's weird because he's either like really serious or really funny.
Right.
Like he's never really in between.
Yeah, there's not a lot in between. He is the character. It's kind of like Vince Vaughn. Like he's always the same character. I love Vince Vaughn, and I love all the movies he's in for the most part, but it's always the same guy. Nona says she's got a bad connection. Is that us, Nona, or is that you, or is that just a bad connection in general? I don't like bad connections.
Where is Nona again? Do we know?
Nona, hey, where are you watching us from, Nona? I always forget.
Yeah, if she can tell us, maybe that can help.
I think it's somewhere fantastic. So
Like Middle Earth.
maybe not that fantastic.
Fake place.
What?
Fake place, not real place. She can't be from a fake place.
Well, you.
Middle Earth is real. Right here.
No, I understand. They have that one.
It's
like,
real in your heart.
It is.
Don't they have that like Hobbit village?
Oh, yeah.
You can go visit it. Isn't it the set?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, at first they're going to take her down. Then I think the farmer who they were like using the land for it was like, let's keep it up here. And then now you can go actually visit the Shire. And I think Bag End is a full working set still. So you can actually, I don't know if you can go in necessarily, but you can look at it. But it looks like the Hobbiton.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think they would reuse it for the Amazon thing coming up?
No.
What Amazon thing? The
Amazon Lord of the Rings show.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
The Lord of the Rings show for the Amazon is going to take place in the Second Age. It's the Giving of the Rings. It's the Rise of Sauron.
Oh, so it's like prequel status.
We'll see it. It'll be like I don't know, the way I've heard it described and what it seems like it'll be, especially with the giving of the rings and the corruption that happens there. I almost see like as if Game of Thrones is in Middle Earth.
Oh, that's fun.
If you can imagine like the 9 kings of men and getting these rings of power and how they would twist and distort and then suddenly be, degrade into becoming like the ring wraiths and everything.
Is this going to be a series or is it going to be a
series? Yeah.
Huh. Cool. When is that coming out?
I'm looking it up.
You know what? I probably better watch Lord of the Rings before I go see the series.
Have you not seen all? Have you not seen any of them?
No, I read Two Towers when I was like in junior high, but like I haven't seen the
Wait,
movies.
so you've really?
I know Chris is.
I've only ever.
Are you
seen
gonna
them.
leave?
The thought has. No.
I've only ever seen each movie like 3 times, so I'm not like crazy into it because I've never really been into like knights and stuff.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I know that's like where you reside. It's just like you're like the medieval
Where my
guy.
throne sits.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
It is where your kingdom is.
It's where is that, Chris? That's where your kingdom is for sure. But yeah, so Lord of the Rings is coming. That's interesting. Not even on our list of things to talk about because there's so many things
should be.
that are trending. But you know what? It could be. Tiffany says that there's a better connection on YouTube. So, Nona, if you're having a problem with connection on Facebook, go check it out on YouTube. Same thing for anybody else who's watching on Facebook. You're like, man, this isn't so great. Just go to YouTube, and it's great there.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. We're gonna bell and applaud YouTube for their
magical
streaming
place.
ability.
And if you were really curious, it's they just say 2021 is when it's coming out.
Yep.
2021 is when the Lord of the Rings series is on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm sure it got.
I think everything got
pushed back.
pushed
That's when they were planning on it.
When things are finally going to happen again, that's 2021, just in
Right.
general. Like,
Yeah.
That's the catch-all phrase now. 2021 is everything's 2021.
that's right. Yeah, everything except for Disney.
It's-
right.
Well, but they're not official yet.
They're not official. They haven't official.
No.
That what we read last week is not official.
Not official yet. I talked to them today on the phone.
Oh, those dogs. What are they doing?
They
What are you finding,
They
Jake?
haven't gotten their approval yet.
Well, I was leaning one way because I couldn't see around it. That's why I was.
Oh, so you weren't like, hey, I got a thing?
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to the first story. And it's the
Let's
thing
do
that, as we talk about some of these things before the show, it's interesting the things some of us have heard and some of us haven't heard,
Right.
especially because we're all in our own things, our own bubbles, and some of us are like super locked in. Some of us have no idea. And this first story is like literally huge. And we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because there's been a lot of people that have talked exhaustively about it.
Right.
But it's the shooting in Atlanta. So there was an incident in Atlanta where 2 police officers, they were called to a Wendy's where a guy was asleep, passed out in his car. Wendy's called the cops and says the guy he's blocking traffic in the drive-thru. He's asleep. Can you come get him? They came, they knocked on the window, got him out, talked to him for like 20 plus minutes, did a breathalyzer. He blew a 1.08.
Holy cow.
Right? That's big. And there's a screenshot of it because people are like, well, what's going on? He had priors. They came, they started to arrest him. He resisted. He threw one of the guys to the ground. Like this dude was
Yeah.
Was he a big guy?
He was a big dude.
Big guy.
Threw one of the guys to the ground. He stole it. They tried to tase him. Didn't work. He stole a taser, started running away. Officer ran after him with a taser. Guy turned, shot the taser towards the officer. The officer ditched the taser and shot him with a gun. Ended up killing him. So bad scenario all the way around.
Right.
Like horrible scenario all the way around. But the Fulton County District Attorney, the Atlanta District Attorney here in the county where it happened, he came out with about this to me, and we're gonna pull the room here in a second, but the stuff I've seen about this and I've read about this that just drives me crazy is how do you expect the police to do their job?
Right.
I'm not saying that this went right. I don't know all the details. I
Right.
wasn't there. I've seen video. I've heard both sides. I've heard a lot of things one way or the other. But if police are there to deal with the suspect, what are they supposed to do? And I think that's the big question with the defund the police and all this stuff that's happening. What do we expect police to do in that scenario? Like that, I don't even.
I don't have
what's
an
a-
answer. I don't think anybody's thinking that far ahead, to be honest.
I think the issue with this right now is a gun versus a taser appropriate
Well,
action.
so here's the funny thing, right? Is that the district attorney in Atlanta just last week said that a taser is considered a deadly weapon.
There you go.
So
Use of deadly force.
It's use of deadly force. So that's what they were shot at with a taser.
Can you be killed by taser?
You can. There've been 1,000 people I think have been killed by tasers.
Shoot somebody, have them fall into a
regardless.
pool with the taser.
I mean, if you
yeah.
pull a knife
Gotcha.
and attack a police officer,
Right.
you will be shot dead. If you pull a knife and attack a person carrying a CCW, you'll be shot dead. Now that's a citizen versus a police officer, but it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Someone intends you harm. The only time that you're able, by like, the most protection you have as a citizen to use your Second Amendment right is when you feel completely like your life is going to be threatened. Like, not even just threatened, like you feel like you're in immortal danger. You pull that gun on that person, you shoot him dead. That's like the most standing you have in a court of law. Like, no, I felt like I was going to, feared for my life, and I responded.
It's such a slippery slope though, because there's so many people that have malicious intent with
Right.
guns.
Well, and
right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard the whole details on this, but I think a couple things. They're saying that police are professionals, so they should know more how to handle the situation.
Yeah.
And that the suspect was fleeing and turned around and shot a already used taser, so it really wasn't going to do anything. So was
Well, but
deadly
it did.
force
You see it
responsible?
discharge in the video,
Yeah.
though. You see it discharge.
Yeah. But again, when he's fleeing, they're saying that's where they're catching him on right now. Is he was fleeing away from them, so he wasn't. So they're saying the deadly force wasn't appropriate.
Yeah, and I think
And
you
I
can
think that's
argue it
okay.
that
You
way,
can argue
but
both ways.
but felony murder,
Right.
like that's the thing that's just it's crazy. Tiffany said that sound went out when we went to the Chrome. It's because the sound was muted. So we are having a plethora of fantastic
boy,
technology
howdy
issues.
day.
Right.
But yeah, Tiffany says yes, Chris. I think that's the thing. The thing then that is in question though is with like people who have guns and have carry permits and things like that, legally, what happens? Like these are police officers that are supposed to be trained to deal with this situation. You deal with somebody that just is trained enough to get the license to carry. Now you're dealing with a whole new set of issues. And I mean, it's like,
Well, at some point, though, okay, for a regular person like myself, I don't have a CCW, so I keep all my stuff at home. Don't come after me. But
that is not, that is, yes.
But like, because I just don't feel like I really need to, right? But regardless, I have it to protect my home, right? So, and I don't fear anybody coming to my home and hurting me necessarily like that. But the training I have had, which I feel like everyone, my heart is that everyone who's a citizen should go through this certain kind of training so they truly know what your Second Amendment right is, what the weapon is versus who you are and people who can have it. I feel like it really, it kind of breaks a lot of the myths of the weapon itself, right? So regardless of that, the training I've had, not only with the weapon, but the ethics of it, basically says like, someone invades your home, okay, your goal is to get yourself and your family into a safe place. If you have a weapon, you can have a weapon out, and you basically create your line in the sand, like, okay, like I'm in my bedroom with my family protected, they come through that door, that's my line in the sand, and I'll let them know, but like, get out of here, take what you want and leave. I'm here, I'm armed,
Right.
get out.
Right. And
calling the
that's-
police,
right.
Whatever, and then they know, and they cross that line, boom, that's it. I'm justified. You cross that line. I told you,
Yeah.
I'm here with my family. Do not come at you. You intend me harm, you're done. But take whatever you want and leave. It's
It's crazy because like that is the part that is so vital to making the difference between murder and self-defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Making it known
Yes.
that you are armed, you are in a situation where you feel endangered, and you broadcast that, and if the other person doesn't respect that, then whatever happens. And that's the crazy thing too, is that I feel like now there are instances still where that can be messed up. Like, and I don't get it. I don't understand how that happens. Like,
Well, legally, I mean, there's a bunch of so like we have a friend that's an attorney, and we've talked about some of this stuff before, and recently.
Okay.
But it's like there's still a question on even in that scenario
Right.
with this. Like these are cops that are doing their job.
Right.
This is totally different than the George Floyd thing. Like that was a totally different situation. And now if you're saying, well, cops can't do this, I mean, it's like you can't, there's no discipline for anything. There's nobody takes responsibility for their actions. I think that's the bigger problem that I'm feeling.
we don't need anybody to be thinking about the trigger first.
Right. No, not the first thing.
That's the issue that I think people are starting to get frustrated with. It seems a lot of times in some of these stories there's this mentality of shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, and they assume that.
Right. That's an assumption. That's fully an assumption. And not to say that there haven't been instances where that has absolutely been the case. And instances that we've brought those people to justice and those people have not been brought into justice.
Yeah. Right.
But at the same time, like we have to be able to realize this establishment that we have in our country to have police officers enforcing our law. Enforcing our law is what they are paid to do. It's their job. That's
the entirety of their job.
Description, right? Is to enforce the law. And if we don't allow that to be stronger than a civilian, if we don't allow that to be like something that a civilian doesn't have anything to do but to submit, like then, I mean, I feel like that's the only way you're actually going to be able to govern a people.
Well, you need to be able to approach every situation. If you're a civilian and an officer's going to deal with you, you need to act like a civilian with a calm manner and speak to them and give them the proper respect with authority. Once you're like this guy, from you to describe for me, he's running away. Okay,
well,
cool.
but
he attacked them.
But he had talked to them for 20 plus minutes.
Right.
It was a long conversation.
Absolutely.
It was very calm at first.
Yeah, and the DA says, he was calm, but that as soon as you break that and you be like you literally throw the guys to the ground and then you start running away, then things change. Ken makes a point here that I think this is the other side of the argument. He says, but what if the guy running away could possibly have hurt someone else? Right. He was obviously violent. On the flip side, in this environment, they should have let him go. Now, I don't know about that because here's the other argument. They let him go. Like, okay, he's drunk. Let's let him just get home because of the climate that we're in right now. Racial tensions are high. It's a white cop. It's a black suspect. We have to think about that with all of the stuff that they're dealing with right now with a guy who has a rap sheet. He was a previous offender. He just got
outstanding warrants.
He had just got out of prison, or he was out on parole, I think. So I mean, you take that into account, right? He's like the suspect's thinking, I don't want to go back to jail. Right. So he's dealing with that.
How many times do you hear that? Like, I'm never going back. Right.
Yeah.
I'm never going back.
They get a description of this guy and they look him up and stuff like that. They're going to be like, well, we don't want to deal with him either.
Right. Yeah.
I can only imagine being a police officer come up and be like, oh, great. This guy has, repeated things.
And they've probably dealt with him before.
Right. And then they go and talk to him and they're reading it. They're reading the situation as it's going, as it's unfolding. And then, they have to make decisions in the moment where not only protect themselves, but the people around them. And he
enforced the law,
attacks one of them, right? So, okay, now it's not just some dude who we're talking to. Now he's engaging us and with intent to harm. Okay, they pull out tasers.
Did he have a weapon, or did he just take their taser?
He just took their taser.
He just took their taser. Okay,
and mind you, whatever
is that an attack?
I mean, technically, he was attacking them.
Right, I understand you're not supposed to put your hands on an officer.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Technically, taking anything from them, but what I've always heard is a taser is considered less than lethal.
Yeah.
At least in this area, it's not considered a lethal weapon. It's a less than lethal.
So
I guess it depends where you're at. But
based on what I was looking online, it looks like there does happen to be about 1,000 deaths a year from taser, or there's been 1,000 deaths total.
Right.
That they've logged from tasers, and they looked into 8 accounts, and more often than not, what happens is when somebody dies from a taser, it's because of the fact they have heart conditions.
There's underlying conditions.
Right. It's like COVID.
Knew that was coming back around.
That kind of reminded me of like Pee-wee's Playhouse, where you say the magic word.
That was the magic word. True. But the other thing, I didn't even get to the end of that thought with Ken's comment is, what if they let him go and he walks home and one of two things: either he gets hit by a car and dies because they let him go, then the police officers are liable, or he does something else and he gets back in his car and he drives drunk and he kills somebody.
True.
Police officers are liable.
That's a big issue. He was 1.08.
1.08, guys, and that's what I don't see any of the news people talking about. There's a screenshot of the guy he blows it 1.08.
Is he on? I haven't seen the video. So is he like?
Right.
He's not that bad. He was passed out in his car.
Okay.
So they woke him up. Anyways, it's a big old thing.
How are you even able to get a cop's taser at 1.08?
You got to go back and watch the video. I don't have a clip lined up for it, but it is like he was, Ken says felony murder is wrong. He attacked them. He did, and at some point you have to take responsibility for your actions. Yep. If you attack a cop, it's not good. If a cop there's so many different scenarios when you can say cops are using force incorrectly, right? Inappropriately. However, I don't know what you do. I'm not a cop.
Right.
We need more of the cops that put their hand on top of your head when they're putting you in the squad car.
Because so you don't
hit your head.
That's probably the bigger problem.
We need more of those cops because of the fact that those cops are the cops that actually care about your dome. They're the ones that want to make sure that you can actually change in prison.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to have more Andy Griffiths as our police force, but you can't have that when you have.
Right, I'm not talking boy howdy partner kind of guys, but
Why not? That'd be great.
The ones who can just sit there and just give you advice for life and wish you the best all the time.
Go fishing with their boy.
The cops that like kind of work on like a lawyer's terms, so like they or like not a lawyer, like a psychiatrist terms. They can't tell any of your friends that he also sees your issues. Like you can talk to him about stuff, and when he's off the clock, he's off the clock. So you can talk to him about whatever.
But you also consider Andy never carried a gun or a taser.
That's true. He did no taser, and he didn't have a gun.
No, he killed him with kindness.
He didn't need a gun. That's the thing.
Well, I don't think Mayberry has too many violent criminals.
But we need to stop this. We need to go to another story. I can hear like people just screaming at us.
Well, here's the Nona says, plus people don't understand how police protocol order works. I think that's also the other thing. People are talking about police protocol like they don't even know what police training is. Now, they probably need better training. Jocko Willick was on, you guys know who Jocko Willick is?
Sounds familiar.
Ex-Navy SEAL guy. He's the 4 a.m., takes a picture of his watch every day. That's his Instagram post. He was on Rogan. He was also on Steven Crowder, and he's on talking about like chokeholds, and he's an ex-Navy SEAL. He's a
Those guys.
Those guys legit.
The end of his name is like PhD. It's like BA for like just badass.
That's his thing. Yeah.
BAC, badass certified.
Exactly. There's just the things that are coming up that are becoming huge issues are kind of just they're putting a highlight on the fact that it is crazy town right now.
It is
crazy town. Right. Whether it's a virus that's destroying the planet, or it's racial injustice with police officers.
We're gonna burn this country to the ground.
You know what? But here's the thing. I think there's something that I found with the Antifa people in Seattle.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
So it turns out some cops are listening to at least the Babylon Bee is listening to our show because the Babylon Bee posted a story that desperate police hit Antifa with fire hose of Axe body spray because they just would run away. They would just run away. Why don't they? That's what police officers just have instead of having a gun. Just have a can of Axe body spray, and just that's it. That's boom, done. All the protocol goes out the window. Spray people with Axe body spray. You're done, right?
Done.
Especially the chocolate kind.
Yeah.
Here's the issue: we can't take guns from cops. I know everybody wants to do it. We can't. You know why? Civilians have guns. Like we can't.
We
can't do it. We can't do it.
Don't take the guns. Just take the bullets.
Okay, I don't.
China.
But China, you know what?
China will sell us anything.
China will sell us anything. But here's some. So that was a lot of really heavy. Like this world is going to hell in a handbasket, 100%, and really fast.
Not even in the handbasket.
No, it's just like it's
like
skydiving. It's skydiving with a backpack instead of a parachute.
Yeah,
I think that's what America is doing right now.
Shucks! I grabbed the JanSport. Oh man. I real goof them up.
Better enjoy the fall while I can.
Didn't pack that one right.
No.
He's out there. He's like, here I am sitting in my tin can.
At what point do you realize? You know what? I'm just gonna go with it.
Right.
Just embrace it.
I would never reach that point. And the reason why is because
would you skydive though ever?
No.
Thank you.
No,
That's why you never reach it.
The moment the realization happens, like it's over.
You can't do that.
I am done.
If you're going Mach 2 straight down to the earth, you can't break your own neck.
Sometimes.
Just
all I have to do
yourself
is
in the
try
dive.
to like move my body in a weird direction, and the wind will do it for me. But the thing that I think is really true. Like I think there's some people that are so afraid of heights that would have a heart attack the moment that happened and just die from that. I think that's what
I think that's probably true. The anxiety of like I realize I have a backpack instead of a parachute.
Right. And I already have an irregular heartbeat. Like I'm going.
Yeah, it's over. It's
The
over.
anxiety of standing at the door going out the plane anyways would be enough for me.
Just looking down, looking at my doom, my destruction.
Yeah, no, I don't ever want to skydive.
I was about to be a worm smoothie in about 30 seconds, like that.
Chris, do you skydive?
Have you done? Have you
No,
done?
I haven't. Have I done the skydive? No. I
Have you done?
No.
Have you done?
I haven't done no skydiving. I haven't dived in the sky either.
Yeah,
Have
no,
you done?
that's literally that is the perfect picture of what is happening. It feels like around us is like
Yeah.
the world jumped out of a plane with a backpack instead of parachute, and it's just like, you know what,
right.
we're going down,
Or like people
we're
falling
going
in
down.
slow motion. You know, like the people that like it's real time. You see them out on like a snow patch or something, and
Yeah.
they just take minutes to fall.
Yes, it's like I'm going
It's
down.
Like, it's like the life is flashing before your eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody has the opportunity to be able to say, "Look, I messed up. I did a goof 'em up," and that's what we need. Is we need people
I
that
get a
are
mulligan
willing
on that?
A mulligan? Yeah,
Just do it again?
do it again. I thought you were asking me to give you a mulligan.
No.
I think that you can just.
I don't think
take
that,
one.
I don't think
What
that's
exactly
you
is a
can't just
mulligan?
it's an extra swing in golf.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like a do-over.
Yeah, and they really don't exist. It's just for people that suck at golf like myself.
Right.
To feel better about it.
Like Jackie
Next time, make
O'Mulligan,
sure you jump with
first
the
mulligan.
bungee cord attached.
So we got Ken says he'll skydive, planning on it actually. Hey Ken, take a camera.
No,
And so why?
because Ken, I value Ken.
I know. Well, Ken,
I don't wanna
but
lose
Ken
him
would,
so soon.
but Ken's the guy that's like he's just gonna go do it. He's
Take-
and he's
take
gonna
it-
have a parachute.
Ken, have you done?
Take a GoPro.
Take a GoPro. Let us see it.
I kind of
Dean says he'll let his ashes skydive, but that's as far as I'll go. Dean, you get a bell for that.
I'm with it.
Yeah, skydiving. My ashes could skydive. I'd be okay with that.
That's so cool, though. It's like you finally get to check that last thing off your bucket list. You know what I mean? It's just like before
Yeah.
I go, like
And you're
what-
not even checking it. Somebody else is checking it
right,
for you.
true. But you die in peace. Maybe you're in the hospice, you know, and you just need something.
You mean like with COVID? Oh
Are they
no!
Are they putting people in hospice for COVID?
Well, I mean, they're in ICU. Like, I don't think they're assigned a hospice nurse for COVID.
No, they're
Like,
putting
unless
back-
you're
they're putting
already-
back in nursing homes.
They just put them right directly back in
They
nursing
just-
homes if you're in New York.
They cock all the doors shut.
You are sealed
They
in.
seal them inside.
But
I wonder if you're like at that stage of like dying, you know, what brings more anxiety? Seeing the doctor come back in or a priest?
Dude, okay.
Or
So
some
there-
of those nursing homes have those pets that come up and see the people that are dying. That's the one you watch out for.
it's the death cat.
that's
death
yeah,
cat or the
I've
death
seen
dog?
that.
Yes.
That's a really cute dog there. Oh no.
Wait, that's the death dog.
Get it away from me. Get it away. Don't let it lick me. No.
Have you not heard of that, Jake?
No, of course I have, but it's
Okay.
like they just bring in the dog, right? And then this person's like, "Oh, that's fun. You brought a dog in my room. This is an animal. Get it out of here." And then they go, "Oh wait, oh no."
They're wait.
No,
They're thinking about wait. Where's my cocaine stash is in here? The dog's gonna smell it. The dog's gonna sniff me out.
All these boars are gonna dig through my cocaine and do all of it.
Hey, that's a good callback. That story was great. I wish. Where were the days of the boars doing cocaine stories? And now we're talking about police brutality.
This has become a true crime show.
Yeah, it has come to true crime. I think, maybe we're gonna change the listing on Apple Podcasts that it's now a true crime show instead of a comedy show.
See
Law
what
and
co-
Order.
see
We
what
got that
COVID-
sound effect.
See what COVID's done to us?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. Is if we did a true crime show, I feel like we might do better than in the comedy section.
Potentially that could be true. Dean says I'm not dead yet. I know, Dean. You're commenting. That's kind of. You can't. If you wait, Dean.
like,
if you are,
he is dead. He
If
checked
you
it.
are
He
dead and you're
checked it.
commenting, no, Dean.
He's
If,
commenting from the other side.
yeah. Oh my goodness. But hey, I've got something here in this next. It's not actually a story. It's actually an ad.
Okay.
That came through on Facebook that I think might help if you jumped out of a plane without without a parachute.
Okay.
I mean, like, well, you guys decide if this would actually help. Here, watch. Here's the video of this ad that I found.
Is she gonna fall forever?
Let's find out here. Okay, this is it's really great. Okay, and this lady's riding a bike. She's got looks like a mask, but I think that may not be a mask here. That may not be a mask. So here, just
Some kind of
check
nice
this out.
ascot.
Is this
Check this.
Peloton?
No, it's not Peloton. Let's just see.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, it's an airbag for your head.
Oh, yes, you sent me this. Oh my gosh, you sent me this.
Okay.
This is phenomenal.
Isn't it great?
Look at how fast he's going. He's
Yes.
zooming. He's zooming.
He zoomed away.
Don't you wish you had that in football?
Yeah, you know what? That would be
underneath your helmet.
I think that's probably the new NFL protocol. That's
is.
the new NFL protocol. When they're like, "Hey, we got too many concussions. We're going to go to this."
What if you land
That's
on
what
your
we're going to go
face?
to.
What if you land just right here?
Yeah, it's not gonna help
You
anything.
accidentally squeeze the left brake, you know?
I'm watching those guys fall, and I'm like, I'm more concerned about their back and their elbows and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but
those guys
don't
know how to
mess
fall.
with them. Don't mess with the moneymaker.
No, but
Don't mess with the
those guys
moneymaker.
know how to fall.
You
Those
think
people were paid
You think
stunt.
those were stunts?
Those were stunt people.
yeah.
Go back,
ad
play it again,
people?
play
All
it
right,
again.
let's go back.
Run
We're
it
gonna
back.
we're gonna go back and we're gonna play this again because
Top Gun from the top.
the Top Gun from the top. Let's see what we think. Is this? Are these stunt people? She's can't be a stunt
That's
people.
a total stunt
That's a
person.
model.
She
Look,
can't
okay,
be a
ready,
stunt.
ready,
Okay,
ready,
down.
ready, brace.
He's
break.
doing the banana.
Yep.
Yep. Boop, boop, boop.
Right on the butt. Right on the cut.
Oh,
Look at this. No, watch this. Walk it. Oh no, that one.
But he didn't even hit his head. Like these don't even help him. I'm so irritated with that ad. I'm not gonna buy it now.
because
I was gonna buy it.
They lead with their heel that goes down on their legs. That's called the banana in stunt work. You go,
Guys,
you go all the way down.
Ken makes a great point. He says,
I called it.
you know, or you could just wear a helmet.
Yeah, well,
Like, why does that exist? Why? And it's a real ad. You can go to Vogue Cycling and you
guy-
can
you
check
know
it out.
Let's go to tricycles.
Yeah. No, just throw another wheel on it. I love it,
Yeah.
right? Just make it safer.
Yeah,
But
that-
I honestly think that this comes from the same brilliant mind that gave us the MyPillow. And the reason why is because of the fact that that same type of American ingenuity can only be found by the guy that's sitting in his basement just like, think. I need to sell
I
something.
can't sleep.
I need to win Shark Tank.
But I have to say, I have a MyPillow.
Hey, They're
They're great. Do you have a MyPillow?
actually,
Anybody?
I think I do.
Chris, Steve, do you
No,
have?
I don't.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
That's the
That's why.
saddest.
That's why I'm having sleep problems.
That's why you're having sleep
Yes,
problems.
that's
Tell
what
the
what they say in the
Sleep clinic
commercial.
because I'm not getting the light.
You tell the sleep clinic you need a MyPillow. That would fix everything. But speaking of COVID-19,
Yeah.
that's a secret word. That's a secret word.
I thought we were trying not to.
No, speaking of COVID-19, this is actually a good story about COVID-19 that I think we really need to know about.
Okay.
We need to be prepared because we have to
Let's-
protect ourselves from
Let's be more prepared.
COVID-19.
Let's
there
add more
dookie in it?
bubbles.
There, you can't. You don't ruin the story.
I like
So you can't. You can't ruin the story. So there is a new story out that you need to be careful with COVID-19 when you're in your bathroom.
Okay.
Because flushing toilets could spray COVID-19 into the
lid
air.
First.
Oh my
Close the lid
gosh.
first.
Wow.
Is that wait? Okay, hang on. I just need to ask a real question. This has nothing to do with COVID. No. So wait, you say close the lid first. Is that like common practice outside
That's
of
what they're
COVID?
saying. Close the lid.
I've been closing the
What
lid
about-
when I flush for a while because I saw a story that the poop goes in the air, man.
Yeah, but
does.
what about
The
public
poop?
restrooms? That all you have is the seat. You don't have
You
the lid.
you
Oh.
you just
You flush
close
and
your
run.
eyes. Yeah,
Flush
you,
and run as quick as you can.
you close your eyes and just hope for the best. Don't open your mouth.
Yeah,
Just
that's
keep
why.
your mouth
That's
shut.
why it's
That's
really.
how Asia does.
Flush with your foot. Flush with your foot.
It's really upsetting for all the people that have like half baths in their house right now. You know, like half baths because they don't have the whole bath, they don't have the whole toilet.
Yeah.
So they can't close it either. It's like the bathroom toilet
Or a
too.
bidet.
That joke flopped.
Yeah.
Play a buzzer.
Yeah, we're gonna buzz that guy. I'm not
right.
even gonna. Okay, but so seriously, so this is actually from a study, a physics of fluid study. Jake, you can't leave. They actually did a study on physics of fluid, and this is, it's true. I've seen the studies. I've seen the slow motion videos of stuff going in the air when you flush your toilet. But how in the world do you connect it to COVID?
Wait, these are because
Has
Like-
anyone got it? They're like, I haven't been around anybody. Just got flushed my toilet.
you get it from yourself. Like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
So it splashed on your hand. You didn't wash your hands after you went to the bathroom.
So
Wash
it's from,
your
so
damn
it's from
hands
you
to go to the
spreading.
bathroom.
Yeah, that is.
That's like
That's
the thing I think
Are
we've
we-
learned most
are
about
we
this.
afraid that we're living in a nation of
Non-hand
dirt boys?
washers?
of just dirty boys and girls just running, just touching things and making them dirty, and then, and that like, and the whole we just need to clean the world and nothing can ever be clean enough. Is that the point?
I think that's the point.
That's what they're doing.
I think that's the point.
I'm here for it.
Dude, this is, I don't understand why this even made it to a story that says you can be careful when you go to the bathroom, guys, because you might get COVID.
Because
come on.
Was that a federally funded study that took a couple $1 million to do?
It was probably a WHO funded study.
Here, I'm going to save the government billions of dollars. Waking up in the morning could prove fatal for you.
Whoa.
That's right. You know
take
what?
the risk every day
And it's
that
worse.
you might die.
It's worse if you actually get out of bed.
True.
That's right. That you could
jumps up
wake up.
exponentially.
You could wake up and not get out of bed, and you keep your chances low.
This
Right.
is the most
This
meta
is-
conversation we've ever had.
Right. You know what might be better is just to plug yourself into some kind of weird, strange VR system, and let it suck you like a
Well,
battery,
that's okay.
and
Real
then
question though.
You're safe.
Real question though. Within like and this is a little off topic.
Is it?
Let it happen.
Okay.
I was going to say, have we been on topic
sit
at all
back,
today?
Just sit back and let him finish.
I think so. What story are we on? We're about to get to number 5.
No, we're doing good. We're talking about COVID from toilets.
Yeah.
Wait.
COVID toilets.
But oh no.
Oh, you forgot.
So here's the thing. You work on that, but Dean has a great comment here. He has a question
good.
for us. He says, is this clickbait or flush bait? Oh, we're buzzering that, Dean. I'm sorry. You do not pass go. You do not collect $200. I'm sorry.
I think I'm sorry. I texted Dean earlier and said we'd be on late today.
It's your fault? Dean, I'm kidding. We love you. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
The reason that we have stories like this is because we just need one more thing to be afraid of.
We do. Now we
just
can be afraid of the
need-
bathroom.
Yeah.
We need to be concerned at every moment.
Okay, now here's something to think about though. If we're supposed to be quarantining in our homes, yet our homes aren't safe
Right.
because our toilets can attack you, where can we be safe?
Right. No, never.
Where can
You
we be
can't.
safe? Just they're never
I
safe.
used to be afraid of the toilet because of that movie Ghoulies. The little green man comes out of someone's toilet. So that now I'm gonna be totally freaked out because it's gonna be some virus.
Wait, was that a
gonna come get me.
Disney movie? I think I know exactly what was it called?
Ghoulies?
Ghoulies.
How do you spell it?
GHOULIES.
Oulies. Oh, like ghouls?
Oh, maybe it's GOO.
You know what, guys? It doesn't matter. There's nothing coming out of the toilet to bite your butt while you're there.
No, this thing is
So you're supposed to quarantine at home, but not in the bathroom.
this little
Correct.
guy.
Yeah, if you go to the bathroom, your quarantine increases 14 more days.
This dude, this guy, this friend, this guy's a friendly. Look at,
What do you got here,
look at him.
Jake? I have seen that picture. That is super creep. Put it up to
So
the camera there. Let's get you. Let's get a
Can you-
close up. I
Ghoulies.
can't.
Can you see it?
Look at
He's
that.
in a toilet. I don't know if it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, he's like cute, creepy.
It's whatever it is.
Weird.
That is probably that's actually something to be scared about. And coronavirus out of the toilet
Like
is
the
not something to be
alligators
scared
supposed
about.
to come up the sewer and into the toilet and stuff. And
Yes, and the
stuff.
snake and all that. Yeah, no,
You're
this is
100 times more likely to get bit in the butt by a ghoulie than with COVID-19.
Whoa.
I wouldn't say 100. That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Okay.
That's a hot take. That's a hot take.
Deep fake. Okay, no. Let's say 10%.
Okay. How about it's just more likely that you're going to
More likely. Let's not use actual numbers.
No,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
Statistics
How about-
statistics are scary.
You
How
lie
about-
with statistics.
How about let's be normal, okay? How about
You know
let's
what?
do that?
You know what I think is more important though is than COVID-19 being something that's come out of the toilet is that the Major League Baseball season is getting flushed down the toilet because they have come now with the players came back. The owners were like, "Hey, we're going to do a short season." The players like, "No." They're like, "Fine." So the players came back, and said, "Hey, we're going to give you a 70-game offer," and the owners aren't happy. Like they're
Really? The owners don't want the 70?
the owners don't want a 70-game.
Didn't the owners say 40 games or something like
Yeah,
that?
they said like 42 games with, what was it, half salary?
Yeah, it was a mixture of stuff.
So now they want to do 70 games but full salary or something? Or
So here's the story.
Three-quarter salary?
This Commissioner Rob Manfred said this needs to be over. Until I speak with the owners, I can give you a firm deadline. I can't give you a firm deadline. Manfred said Wednesday that he reached the framework of a deal with Union Chief Tony Clark on a 60-game season, providing the players with full prorated pay.
wow.
However, that was the original deal. However, the players rejected MLB's offer on Thursday and came back with a counter proposal for 70 games with $50 million in postseason revenue, along with allowing players to keep $33 million of the $170 million in upfront money paid before May 24th.
Is any of that money their contractual money, like their salary?
Yeah, so some of it is. The whole thing about this is like, baseball's just canceled.
Well,
Yeah.
Wasn't
Let's
it?
start over
Baseball
next year.
used to be
2021,
Americans' favorite
guys.
pastime. It's just pastime now.
It's past time.
that was a zing.
I like that.
That was a zing.
I
That's
like
a-
that.
that's a
good-
bumper sticker.
That's it. Steve gets a bell on that for sure. But baseball, you know what? And it's hard to be in this seat and be like, you guys are complaining about $170 million versus $300 million. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
Do your job.
there's
Play a game.
They're play a game, but at the same time, think about careers, young kids. You got the veterans. You got who
Think of your
knows?
career.
Like, this
Here's
is crazy.
an idea.
You get-
The counter offer should be no season, no pay.
Right.
You
There you
got
go.
Right.
You got both sides of millionaires arguing over money. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
basically what it is. Both
Meanwhile,
sides
the
are trying to
person who
protect
hurt
their.
is these guys who like baseball.
Why? Well, I mean, I don't watch. I like to go to baseball games.
I like to go to baseball
Or
games. I like to know about things at the end of the season.
Yeah, postseason's great.
There you
Postseason's
Those
awesome.
of us that have
fun.
given money already for tickets that we can't get our money back right now. because
Yeah, Steve's got season passes already.
Guys,
And
I still
season
haven't.
tickets.
I
and-
still haven't even gotten my stimulus check.
You still haven't got your stimulus check?
No.
They're
That was-
holding out on you.
That was like a long time ago.
I know.
Wow.
I'm aware.
You know what though? You
My
know what?
accountant's my father too, and I've been like, "Hey, so do you have any idea?"
Well, that just kind of makes the story a whole different kind of thing. Did you?
It went to a different bank account.
Oh,
definitely
maybe it did come.
No, maybe he
And
has
it
it.
was just allocated into
a
a
buddy of mine-
different thing called rent, maybe?
a buddy of mine. A buddy of mine. What's that?
Yeah, you get a bell for that.
A buddy of mine was like, yeah, actually, H&R Block just has money showing up, and it doesn't say whose money it is. So people haven't gotten their stimulus checks, and they're freaking out about it. And H&R Block has all of it, and they don't know what to do with it.
I'd be curious. There's a lot of people. We talk about the guy stealing stimulus checks,
Right.
That
He
we talked
probably
about that
took
story. Like he probably did. He probably showed up. He's like, hey, that TSTO guy, I'm taking
Guys,
his check.
this sucks.
Yeah, but you know what else sucks is the business climate in California.
Yep.
And there is somebody that has talked about leaving California. And it looks like
Everyone in
he's
this room?
actually pulling the trigger. No, it was a big story a couple of months or a month ago. Elon Musk,
Elon Musk.
Tesla has acquired $5 million worth of land outside Austin to build a new factory.
I was about the kid be like, yeah, he's moving to Texas, and there he is. Going to Texas.
He really is. So Tesla is acquiring a $5 million worth of land outside of Austin to build its new factory.
$5 million worth of land in Texas.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that like half the state?
it's almost like half the state. It's a lot of the state.
If you count right.
Yeah, if you count right. So about to secure over $60 million in incentives for the project. So Texas is like, yeah, Elon, bring it.
Right.
Of
Bring
course
it,
they
buddy.
are because
yeah.
because Elon Musk. See, here's the deal. A lot of people don't like Elon Musk, right? And it's
Wait, who doesn't like Elon
a
Musk?
lot of people.
Not the same people. Like, I guess that's true.
A
Probably
lot
some.
of
Yeah,
people.
okay. All right.
A lot of people
Fine.
don't like Elon Musk, and the reason why is because he's so bold.
And he doesn't care.
He doesn't care. He's literally what everyone needs to be at this point.
Well, I mean, I don't know about everybody needs to be. There's
Well, right.
there's some people that should not just be so bold.
Right.
Well, he'll probably move that and then
Like-
SpaceX and everything. Nothing in California anymore.
Oh yeah, he'll be all the way out.
Yeah, we don't
He'll
need
be all the way
that's
out.
that's very true. We don't need everybody to be so bold. Like
That's one. So
Man.
Dean just said the same thing. Dean said if Tesla moves to Texas, will SpaceX move as well? I think.
and be in
why-
Houston.
Why
It
wouldn't
just
you
makes
want
sense.
SpaceX to be in Texas, right by Houston Space Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Johnson
think
Space
that
Center, yeah.
that
Why
makes.
is there still business in California?
Well, I think that's a good question.
Who would have thought of Hawthorne as being a spaceport? Anyways.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think that he's moving to Houston, one, because they're asking him to come, and two, like Tesla could literally be anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
They could be anywhere. They don't have to be in California.
I think the reason why people so many people don't like Elon Musk, though, is because of the fact that he does stuff like this. He does the stuff that everybody says they're going to do
Or
but
wish they
never do.
People wish they could be like Elon
Right,
Musk. I
right.
think, yeah,
Like
absolutely.
all of those people that are like, as soon as Trump gets elected, I'm moving. You know what I mean?
Nobody went. Nobody left.
You're still in La Jolla with like your grandmother, and you're going to your like weekend job at like some like Hooters. You're a cook at Hooters. You're not even a lady at Hooters. You're a cook at Hooters, and you're making all the wings because they're good. They're good wings.
Yeah, I
They're
don't
good
know.
wings.
I've not actually eaten at Hooters.
Good.
I've eaten at Show Me's in Missouri, but it's not the same.
It's a trap. If
It's a trap.
If your significant other says we should go to Hooters to get, if you're a guy, I don't know. If you're a guy, right, and your significant other is a lady, and she's like, let's go to Hooters, and you go to Hooters, trap immediately.
Yeah, that sounds like a trap.
Immediate trap.
Is that what happened to you?
Oh, I made a big mistake. I got into a massive fight with somebody I was dating at a Hooters because I was like, I think that dressing like that is feeding the problem. I think the reason, like them serving like that and like trying to promote themselves like that is why we have an issue of like over sexualization of women, especially in our country.
Sure.
And,
So you said this at Hooters with your date.
yeah, to my girlfriend at the time, and I said to her that, and she got offended. Because she's saying these girls are way smarter than that. They're making all these guys want to believe that they're feeding into the system, but really they're just feeding her purse. And I was just like,
That's dumb logic.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to rehash it. You know, it was a.
Are you starting to twitch? Are you starting to like get a little? Yeah. Well, Elon is the guy that will just do that. He'll just go
That's
and
who we're
eat
talking
wings.
about.
He'll just go and he'll eat wings at Hooters and not care. Like
Yeah.
wait, no, that's not what. No, he's moving to Austin.
Austin.
He's moving to
Oh, that's
Texas.
right.
Right. That's what it was.
But again, good.
Right?
Yes.
Bringing it back together. We got to keep it tight. We got to
Charlotte's
keep it tight.
Web.
We got a place to be.
Charlotte's
Charlotte's
spider
web of
can
transitions.
read, you know?
Yeah. And if Charlotte can read, she probably would move to Houston because
Right.
she's feeling the same thing about California.
Right, exactly.
She'd be done.
exactly. Elon Musk is the guy that would go to Hooters with his wife because everybody says they're going to do it, but they never do.
Yep, that's right. I think that sums up the whole thing. What are you gonna say, Steve?
I'm done.
We covered it all. Hey, but you know what else is new? And we got to wrap up here. We're getting close to the end.
Okay, but I will tease for next week for you guys. We got a stinky little story.
Oh,
and it's
stinky little story.
It's about some aliens, and let me just sum it up for you right now. We think they're out there.
The story says that we think they're out there.
Literally, that's all the story is. The story is just the thought of alien. It's just like we think there might be 56.
Okay, all right. Let's do the story real quick.
It's so quick.
We'll just do the story. So right here,
You could read the whole
up to
thing.
36 alien civilizations might exist
Yeah.
in the Milky Way. Study says. I want to know who did that study and how did they go check
No,
it
what
out?
they
And how did they come up with 36?
It's a guy named Gordon Mack III.
Okay.
And he walks outside with a cup of coffee at like 4 a.m. before the sun gets up because that's his work day. You know,
Yeah.
it's just that 30 minutes. of
His
standing
work
outside.
day is to go outside and look up
And
with a
he just looks up at it and he goes,
That's an awesome job.
He goes, yeah, they're out there for sure.
Is that really? That's
that not be?
that's awesome.
I heard him one night on George Norrie.
Oh yeah, he was on Coast to Coast.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
on Coast.
He's a real guy.
No.
No, this is the study is the Space Ghost.
I just came up with a sweet character though.
I like
Gordon
that.
Mack III is going to be around.
Gordy
for a
Mack
while.
III. You know what? I think that should be your new job. You should be Gordy Mack III.
Well, okay, so
you should
here's
take
the deal.
over that persona.
Number one, I can do that because it's only 30 minutes of my day.
Right, I know, but you could, but
four
you
in the
side
morning.
gig.
right,
And it's
yep.
coffee.
Passive income, right?
And it's coffee.
I can mix the two, right? And again, Charlotte's Web. Now I'm the pig too.
We're bringing it all in.
And
Bring
there's
it-
no
wait, who's
COVID.
the rat?
And there's no COVID involved with this.
But the rat would probably find the COVID. I think
We'll have to go to
he
one
would
of those
sniff it out.
36
They're hungry
civilizations
ones.
to get away from COVID.
These rats are just eating everything. Have you heard about this? They're
Templeton,
they're coming
yeah.
for food. They're
Yeah.
trying to find
it's
food. in
because
these-
all the restaurants are closed. They had to go elsewhere.
right, because they're not eating on the garbage.
Yeah.
The garbage,
So they're
our
coming to the
garbage.
homes.
One man's trash is another man's potpourri.
Potpourri.
You don't hear
That's
about
right.
rats having COVID.
That's a ratatouille.
They must be immune.
They had the plague though.
Have a rat bite you.
No. That's not how it works. It's not like trying to become Spider-Man. It's not. There's no Rat Man. You can't get bit like a radioactive spider.
Rat Man would be
Although,
fun.
if you got bit by a radioactive rat, what would happen?
You get really ugly nose and teeth.
But you might be able to bite through steel.
Right. You become one of those people that like is like just you're a person, right? And we want to love you and we want to get to know you. But the problem is you just look otherworldly. Like,
Yeah, you don't. It's not. Just don't get bit by rats.
Yeah.
Whether
Right.
like, like
I became
radioactive or
rat man,
otherwise.
I'd probably just become a chef.
That's probably true. Ken makes a great point. I think he's going back to the alien story.
Okay.
He says it's actually 42 in the Milky Way.
hey, did you just like double count? Did you double check my math?
Ken, how did you know that? I'm concerned, Ken.
No, I think
How did you know that?
I think he just did a little one of these. He's like watching. He's like, these guys, they're so funny. I love these guys. And as he's watching it, I don't think you sound like that, Ken.
No, that's what Ken would punch you in the face. Ken would be like, I don't sound like that. I don't sound like that.
No, but he's probably like, these guys are great. And then he just went, how many? 36. It seems a little.
Seems a little low.
Sun's up, but by my count.
Ken, I'm with you. 42. I think the reason this is a story though is because people just don't want to be here anymore.
people just
don't want to be in the COVID infested.
And you know what's going to be perfect for that?
What?
Elon is colonizing Mars.
That's right. He's going to take us to Mars. Hopefully he can get us there on time.
Well, I've had enough of this anyways.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you got to go. Steve's got to go. Everybody give Steve a round of applause. Thanks for being here, everybody.
That seemed like very genuine. Like I need to get out of this place.
I do it. Enough COVID. I've just had enough of this.
Yeah, that's right.
okay,
All right,
okay.
Steve, thanks for being here, buddy. We'll see you
next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
But yeah, we've got one more thing to talk about, and the PS5. We talked about the PS5 last week, and
it's
I don't know if
pretty.
you saw the actual pictures. So we didn't have actual pictures.
Oh, it's pretty.
But we're gonna. This is what it looks like. So this is the new PS5. Okay, we've got one's got a disk drive, one does not have a disk drive. But the thing about the PS5 that's super interesting about it is the memes that have come out about the PS5.
Really?
Because it looks interesting. And it's been compared to a lot of different things. So I want to go through some of these memes with you because the design, because that's like the big thing. They spent all this money on design. And Joe, if you're watching this, because I love you, my brother, but this is really funny. The design, they spent a lot of money on design, and they do all this stuff. Like the new Xbox X is looks like a refrigerator. People are talking about.
Really?
Yeah.
Show that too.
I don't have one in here. Actually, we could probably look one up. But Dean says disk drive. It's a Blu-ray. You know what? It's still a disk drive.
Disk drive?
It's still a disk drive.
Right.
Like a disc to go in the drive.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's what. Look at this. Like, see,
It's a Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray.
It's
disc
a Blu-ray disc drive. Don't at me, Dean.
Wait,
that's
does
a disc
one
drive.
come with and
not
one
very
does not
plus
come with?
One's a digital, and one is physical.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa. Didn't even notice that.
Yeah, Xbox has the same thing with theirs. They're saying they have another one coming out. But here's the thing. So the design, they spend all this money on design. And people are like, I don't know about this. And so the memes have gone crazy. Now, I saw this on PewDiePie. Pewds, thank you for showing us all these memes. But these are the memes that have come out about what the PS5 looks like. So let's look at a few of these. And this is, I think it's probably safe to say this is how we're going to end the show today.
Okay, yeah.
This is how we're going to end the show. We're going to go out to these memes, and we're going to look through these and kind of give our take on what we think. Chris, what do you think about you? Are you a meme guy?
I love memes. They're hilarious.
You
You
like
like to
memes?
meme? You meme me?
Are you memes it up?
I've created a few.
Are you? Do you like? Are you a meme person?
No, Mimi. I don't know if I'd call myself a Mimi person.
Really?
Yeah, that sounds selfish.
Yeah. No.
Bell, you can't hear it because I've got the volume down. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
because that's on.
Right. Yeah.
This is the end.
This is the okay. So the PlayStation 5 is out, and there are some really great memes. So I want to show you guys some of these. So the first one, look, it looks like a router.
Wow.
It looks like a router with a couple of envelopes next to it.
Love it.
Look
see
at
that.
look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that. And then. Oh, wait, it's just the PlayStation 2 inside of a white folder.
There you go.
I like that. I like that one a lot.
That's fun.
And then, oh, wait, it's a coffee maker.
Oh, yeah.
It's a remote control coffee maker, right? That's a good
The
one.
game system that actually gave you coffee too. That'd be
You play the game where you're working in a coffee shop and you have to remember all their orders.
It's barista.
the system that
It's
actually
barista.
manifests reality out of the game.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like barista band, but it's like rock band, but just baristas.
I don't like that. I'm not buying that game. All right, here's
Your
some
daughter
more.
would.
So here's so it's the new from Netgear, the PS5 router.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
That's like the human centipede version.
It's a
duckbill.
PS5 duckbill.
Yep.
Uh,
Looking pretty foul.
It's actually
There you go.
it's just
Architecture.
A building.
It's just
Yeah,
architecture
pretty.
in Sydney. It actually I think that looks pretty great.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I think that's a great idea. Sony, way to
Wait.
make a building.
Yeah,
Las
Trump Tower.
Vegas Hotel.
It's like a Las Vegas hotel. And then let's see, what's this one? Oh, it's an aircraft carrier.
Okay. Yeah,
Right?
we need more of those.
In the
We need a
first
lot
bit,
more.
The actual advertisements for the PS5, I didn't get that it was actually curved like that. It looks
Well,
more flat.
all the things out previously were not this design.
Oh.
This design wasn't actually leaked. And then here's the last one, and this is my favorite, and we're going to end with this one. It's the Pope's new hat. Look at him.
man.
Look at him there. Look at him. He's like, I am so cool. PS5. PS5.
You know,
oh my
Emperor's
goodness.
New groove, Pope's new hat.
Pope's new hat. You guys, that is great. I think the PS5, PlayStation, Sony made a new hat for the Pope. You think it's so nice. It's
so nice
so
of them.
kind of them.
So nice.
Right?
His head was getting a little too sunburned up top.
That's right.
The poor Pope. His hat was a little bit too old. We need to update. We need to update that design.
He's been.
Why are we
praying a lot.
Irish?
Why
why
did
did
know
we go-
that's Irish? That's an Americanized Irish. He's been praying a lot, so his brain's been getting bigger.
now you're like Megamind.
Yeah.
Oh man. You guys, you know what? That's the trending stories for today. Then they keep taking over, so we're going to keep talking about them.
Absolutely.
And but it's been a lot of fun. Glad you guys were here. Hopefully next week we'll start at our
Reasonable
our
time.
11 o'clock time because
Yes.
We'll see what the overlords
We're
say.
rough. We're rough in the afternoons.
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
kind of fun though.
It's
It's
kinda
nice.
It's different. It's different. I
It feels
wouldn't
like
say it's
It's edgy. It's
edgy.
We're kind of getting angry. It's the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's about time to go and get dinner.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
it is
talking to
about
an
time
old
for
friend.
dinner. It's like talking
to an old friend.
Old friend.
One that kind of makes you uncomfortable.
but with a new hat. Because
Right.
you got to
Old friend, new hat.
old friend, new hat. All right, guys, this is Trending Stories taking over. I'm Todd Frazier.
I'm Jake Frazier.
I'm Chris Cody.
And this has been fantastic. Thanks for being here. Make sure to go to TSTOshow.com. You can download the audio. You can just listen to this podcast.
If
Yes.
you wanted to.
And if
But
you want
why?
but you could want to take us with you.
Well, yeah, but
Why?
visuals always better.
Visual, you know what? Some people don't have time for visual.
We
Chris.
have listened to this song twice now.
You know what? It's because it's so great. It's so fantastic.
People want
It's
to keep talking, so keep talking.
I don't have the artist.
You know what? Oh, that's right. We need to shout them out next time. Hey, we love you, artists, whoever made this show.
It's called Midnight something.
Midnight something. We're gonna get it. We'll shout out to you guys. Hey, but you can go to TSTOshow.com. Check us out. We're dropping new videos every day that are clips from our live show. Make sure to subscribe on all the places. And if you want to start a podcast, go to dothingsonline.com. Check it out today. We got a free course where you can start making podcasts with just your phone. It's gonna be great. See y'all later.
Did you have a stroke?
No, I'm good. I'm
awesome.
good.
Hey, different strokes. Right?
Different strokes for different
folks.
TSTO
It's a whole
episodes.
different kind of show now, man.
Different strokes for different hats.
What are you talking about, Willis?